Puberty starts at least at 13 when they become official teenagers. And then by that 13, because that's when secondary growth and reproductive changes start to happen
Okay.
and the growth of sexual characteristics in these children, then you can now say, okay, it's expected that menstruation will come. But it does not still mean that a lady, a girl can start growing breasts and changes in the body and menstruation may not even have started. Then some as early as 8. It does not mean something is wrong with that particular child too. So that's just the difference.
Okay, I know from studies or from books, they said if a girl child doesn't see her period maybe till 16, girl child should be worried and should see a doctor. What do you have
Yes.
to say about that?
Well, yes. If I have a daughter, for example, if I know somebody who is telling me that, oh, Auntie Emma, I've not seen my period by, I'm going to be 17. I'm like, okay, fine. Do you have pain? Is there any problem? Have you noticed any growth, anything? We'll ask basic questions. And then I'll ask her, what age did your mom start her period? And she tells me her mom started at 16 too. I won't be worried because it
Okay,
looks like it's a genetic predisposition.
all right.
But then if she's having some other complaints with it,
Other symptoms?
yes, like she's
All
having
right.
pain, or I noticed that okay, she has a more masculine look or something like that, then it's something that we can be, oh fine, let's see a doctor, let's do some tests and then but if it's something that is genetic, then there's no need to worry. And it may not even be genetic, it may just be that it's not yet time for her body yet.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, thank you so much for that. So that will lead us to the next question. We'd like to know how important is this menstrual education. What I mean by educating the girl child or even the boy child,
Yes.
educating them about menstrual hygiene or menstruation,
Okay.
how important it is. I know we have talked a lot about sex education among the teenagers, starting early to educate them. So, how important is this menstrual hygiene or menstruation education?
Okay, so menstrual hygiene. Okay, let me paint a scenario. When I was talking to a group of young girls, I asked them one question. I said, okay, how many, because I had only girls, I said, how many of you have brothers? They all raised their hands. And then I asked, when you become old, everybody is settled older, and then your brother is about to marry, and he told you he's met the love of his life.
Okay.
But then there's a condition that she doesn't menstruate. Would you support your brother to get married to that girl? Most of them said no. I said why? He said because it means she won't have children. So then I said, okay, for a process that is natural and that is necessary for the proliferation of the world to, I mean, for the population of the world to continue, for life
Yeah.
to continue. Why do you think we should be ashamed of it? So they understood that it is a necessity. Menstruation is important. Menstruation has to happen before a woman can have a baby.
All right.
So it is not something to be ashamed of. So menstruation is something important for everybody to know about. It is not a taboo. There should be no stigmatization, and everybody should be educated about it, both the boy and the girl child. The boy child is going to grow to be a father and also a brother, a son, a husband. He's going to have sisters. He's going to have a wife that menstruates. So a boy that is educated early would know how to treat a sister, would know how to treat a friend, and would know how to treat his wife better when she's going through, because we know the changes that come with this process. So it is important to teach everyone about menstruation as a necessity for the continuation of life and as something to know about, so you can also be of support to somebody who is menstruating. Because we all know how embarrassing it can be for a young clueless girl to get stained on the road and everything. If everyone is educated, you see everybody is willing to help. Nobody is shaming her. Nobody is making it seem like she's dirty, she's soiled, she's not clean. It just happened. So
Yeah.
that is why it is important to educate everyone. Menstruation is not a taboo. It's not something for a young girl to be stigmatized. The chances that you meet a mature woman stained on the road is slim compared to a teenager, a
Yeah.
teenage girl who is trying to understand the process and whatever is going on in her body. So that is why education is very important.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma.
Yeah.
And I believe our listening audience, they have heard that, and they now believe with us that it's very important.
Yes.
to talk about menstruation. It's not a shameful thing.
No, it's
It's
not.
something that we have to talk about. We have started the discussion already here in Best Life Health, but we want the discussion to continue. Let it continue in our churches. Let it continue in our family. I think the family should be the first place
Yes,
where
yes.
they should be. This discussion should start. Let it continue in schools. So it's a campaign that we have started. Let people talk about it. Let people start educating their children that are going into puberty, boys and girls, not just the girls this time around, so also the boys. Thank you so much. And I believe that our listening audience have gotten that.